Let's go, baby.
Yeah. For the 90 now.
90 now.
All heads realize.
Recognize.
Real heads on the rise.
Recognize my brother.
Boot camp coming through. 1, 2, 3,
in the night.
3, 2, 1. Represent my son. Show him how it's done. Yeah. What up? I heard that
Hey,
you
yo,
got a-
what up?
Hey.
Welcome to the 90 Now podcast. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we kick in our favorite albums of 1992.
Top five.
Top five.
Our-
Top five.
Not top five. Our favourite five
Our favorite five
of 92.
that are at the top of our list.
We're up to 92. If you've been fucking following along, you should know we're on 92 now.
Should know.
And if not, go back and cop 90 and 91.
Yeah. Go cop some great albums. That's 10 albums to cop, just there.
We're getting up there, man.
We're getting up there, man.
We're getting up to the fucking... It's getting harder and harder.
We're getting to that golden era, dude. We're getting to where the boom bap lives, son. It's where we headed. It's where we is. We'll just kick it off with the first one,
Just fucking hit it off, bruh.
Let's hit it off,
No
mate.
particular order, alphabetical order
We're
as
doing these
always.
in alphabetical order. And alphabetically, our first one is Dr. Dre's The Chronic, man. Straight fire album, and it just so happens to be first alphabetically.
DJ Easy Dick.
Ooh, yeah, dude. You a penguin looking motherfucker.
Fucking, if you don't know, man, the Chronic, that's Dr. Dre
That is him.
on the infamous fucking Death Row. It was produced by him and Suge. Peaked at 16 tracks. Let's fucking get into it, bro. I
got some
think
crazy
I
shit,
think
man.
you gotta go from top to bottom.
From top to bottom.
I think so.
I think we have to. But this is crazy in the sense of this is where Snoop Dogg kicks out his first fucking shit, man.
Yep.
You know? It's wild.
This is Dre. If you don't know, this is Dre's first solo debut
Yeah.
album after the departing from NWA.
Yeah. And debut solo is sort of like solo production project is what I'd
Yeah.
say. Because like all of his type of projects seem like very collaborative projects. And I don't know if that's the secret to getting this insane sort of sound. It's just like a mixture of heads and dudes writing and putting in ideas, man.
Probably.
And you're hot, like so many dudes that weren't known. He's like, yeah, I'll get all these guys. Instead of dudes that are like big names or anything, no one had heard of Snoop Dogg, you know? It's wild. Corrupt, RBX,
He
Lady
could-
of Rage.
And the thing is, like, was he just a hell savvy businessman and thought these dudes got skills? No one fucking knows them. Should be able to get them a lot cheaper than a well-known established artist.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? But
I don't
he
know.
obviously
I reckon
seen something.
when you hear Snoop Dogg, you're like, oh, whoa. Let's get this dude on a fucking track, man. This
Yeah.
guy is slick, man. This guy is slick. Sick, man.
Yep.
I reckon it's sick. But the production, this is like the peak level of production in hip hop, dude. This is like what you judge your own album by.
Yeah.
Anyone, whoever
Yeah.
they are. This is what like professionals would go back and judge their album to, compare their tracks,
Yeah.
frequency wise. Am I hitting all these levels, dude?
This was a bar setter.
Because this is like no frequency missed. This is fucking A1 craziness.
A total bar setter.
Yeah, total bar setter, dude.
Like, I think from here on out, if you're out, like, every album would have been compared production-wise to this.
And the amount like,
Even if you liked it or not.
yeah, the
East
amount
Coast,
this
West
would have
Coast, whatever you
changed
were.
changed hip hop. Not would have, did. The sound that was coming out, you know? Everyone's sampling stuff and he starts using like live, full thick bass instruments, playing synths, just changing notes around in that. It's crazy, so thick. It's a totally different sound. It's not like rough and gritty. It's so crisp and clear. Sonically, just nothing booms like this.
I've had arguments with people before, filthy casuals, not mentioning any names, but you know who the fuck you are. They always said that like this was the like the dawn of G-Funk, but G-Funk had been around. This just really popularized
Yeah.
it and really put the spotlight on it, because Above the Law, if you know, they're pretty much the godfathers of G-Funk. They were G-Funk and
Did Dre not produce that?
no, I don't think so.
No?
Not the first few.
Oh, not the first, but the one that before the NWA one, the one that came out before that. I think he had a hand in that.
In the one of the Above the Law albums.
I think. I don't know
That might
for
have
sure.
been vocally pimping. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Because I know, like, Big Hutch and that, or Cold 187, they did a lot of their own production. But anyway, they were pretty much the godfathers of G-Funk. And then Dre must have been inspired by them. And then he's taken it and put his twist on it. And fucking, then, it really popularized it.
Hell yeah.
man. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
And if you listen to the album we recommended, the NWA one, you can full hear the training wheels come off for this album, and he is just killing it, dude. It's sick.
And also a bit of a style change, I would say, from him.
Yeah,
Like in his delivery.
yeah, I'd say that's to do with like Snoop Dogg
Yeah.
and matching around, like other people writing his verses, like DOC writing tracks with Snoop Dogg. Like Snoop Dogg said that because he was always a freestyle rhymer, he's like, I could kill anyone in a battle, didn't matter who it was. He's like, I could just rhyme for days. He's like, I'd have my boys pointing shit out. He's like, I could just pull it all into rhymes. He's like, but I couldn't flow properly on a track. Like just, he's like, and then DOC taught me how to make like a 52 bar into like 16. He's like, and taught me how to do like this, that, and this, and he's like, that's DOC's line. He gave me that. I reckon DOC is just that crazy ass rhymer again that's just got writing credits on all this shit that can just match styles. He's like, okay, I want to have you sound like this dude, man, because Snoop Dogg can flow like crazy, so I'll write Dre's to match.
The only thing that makes sense to me, I think the only thing that contradicts that is what we have to get you dudes on, man, so you can tell us, is the fucking, all the tracks that got left off the album. His style is like more reminiscent of how do you say it backwards?
E-Feel for Zagging?
Yeah, his flow and delivery is more that than the Chronic.
Yeah, yeah,
And they were made for the Chronic.
yeah.
And then
Which
it's like,
DOC wrote all.
yeah, so it's
that
like, what
shit.
come first? Like, you know, what ones did you do, this version first or that version first, and put them up against each other and pick, or were they an afterthought,
Yeah.
or were they the original? You know, like when you
I
write
reckon,
your bars down and then
Maybe a few of them were made first before he full came in contact with Snoop Dogg. He's like, we got to switch this up. A little bit."
maybe, but Snoop's on some of them,
Yeah.
so
I want to know how, like, where do those really bad versions of a track come from? Blows my head.
Well, that's the crazy thing too, is like when you listen to like the ones that were left off, they're like not mastered at all.
Yeah, but they're not even like mixed properly. They're not even good quality.
So they're
grade.
total rough copies. So I wonder if that's
But even when he puts the beat together, it wouldn't be that rough, like at all. I don't know where this rough of a copy comes from. Like a copy of a stripped version of a copy, compressed down to another copy. It blows my mind.
maybe it's like you know, fucking maybe we're hearing the 100th copy of a copy.
Yeah.
And that's why.
That's what I mean. Where's this copy? I want to know where the original is because he didn't make it sounding like that.
Well, I don't know that. I can't say that.
I definitely know that. On and on track, that's not how the original sounds, like quality wise. No way. No way.
I don't know, man. I wasn't there.
And that's like, go check out the Lost Chronic tracks. I think it's the second to last song. Check out the quality. It's really bad. And if anyone can find a good quality version of that song, please send it through. Please send it through. But what was your some favorite tracks?
Well, man, I got to start right at the top with the fucking intro, bro. I reckon that's one of the best fucking intros going, man.
Oh, dude.
That beat, man. That beat, Snoop on it. Fucking, it's funny. It's fucking. I remember me and my brother when I first got I got this 6-sound system put in my car, and fucking. We rolled around for hours with just the intro on repeat. Cause that, if you got a sub and shit, man,
Fuck yeah.
that fucking gives you heart palpitations.
This is the second album I've ever owned.
Okay, yep,
Yeah.
sick.
And it was fucking, loved it.
Yep,
It was all me and Jake listened to through high school, man.
Sick.
It was just this shit,
sick.
dude.
Yep.
It was sick.
See,
And it
I
was
did,
when we first started driving too. It was like when we just got like P's and shit. And it was like, dude, we can drive and just play our own music and shit, man.
oh, isn't that awesome?
Yeah, dude. What?
I remember Doggy Style was my first tape, and then this come after for some reason, so I got it in the wrong order. But it fucking was a head popper, man.
Yeah.
You got to mention fucking with Dre Day just because you got to
Oh,
mention
yeah.
it. I mean, I like that song, but I'm more of a when something's really well known and popularized, it kind of kills it for me.
Yeah.
It's like when you got something really dope and one of your mates steals it off you and puts it as their ringtone or something.
Yeah.
It fucking
That
kind of
fucks it up.
It fucks it up, man.
Yeah. I didn't really have that because we're obviously like 10 years apart.
Yeah,
or so.
there's a bit of
So
difference
everyone I was fucking chilling with had no idea about this shit.
That was lost again.
It was just brand new.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? It was like when you buy the album, everyone people knew like nothing but a G thing. That was probably maybe the one that was like more well known to like my mates.
Yeah.
And then it was like when you buy the albums, I was like, there's more tracks, man. How do they not tell us about these tracks?
And I also like with fucking with Dre Day and G thing and that. It was also like if you were into like video hits and shit back in the day in MTV, like they're the only ones that would really play.
And that's why people knew them.
That's why people
You
knew
need the
them.
albums.
That's why you need the albums, man. And that's like where it kills it for me, you know, because it's like it loses that every Tom, Dick, and Harry fucking knows, you know.
Yeah.
I used to like popping cunts' heads of fuck. You never heard this Stray shit. Which all I would have to do is pick a few songs off the album, you know, that weren't film clips. But Dre Day, that's cool. That's good. That's Snoop. That's Snoop's on that one. Is that his debut, man? Is that fucking one of Snoop's first? And Dre, I know Deep Cover is supposed to be, but would that? I know it's first on the album. Is that one of the first tracks they ever did together?
I'm not sure the order the tracks were recorded. I guess that goes back to those other tracks too. I have no idea what order any of this
But
was
it'd have
made,
to be
how things made the
super
cut and
early
shit.
in their relationship.
Yeah, well, that's what this whole album is.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, it's like their first. It's why I heard the story apparently because Dre's cousins with fucking.
Warren G.
Yes, Warren G. And Warren G hung out with Snoop Dogg since they were like 8, and Warren G was always into the music. And apparently Warren G was always trying to show Dre Snoop, and he just never had time. And
I've
apparently,
heard that before.
And Snoop's like, I never wanted to hang out with them, like when they were in NWA. He's like, they were always doing their own thing. He's like, I was like a little shy dude or whatever. He's like, but then one time he's like, we're at I think it was like a bachelor party or some shit like that. He's like, and the music stopped. He's like, and Warren G went over and put in a tape of me. He's like, and then Dre was like, who's this? And he's like, I'm telling you, that's my boy Snoop Dogg, man. He's like, you got to get him on a track. He's like, and then from that day, he's like, we got him in the studio like the next day, and that's when they started. That's I want to know all the stories about
man,
this shit,
come
you
on,
know?
Man, come tell us.
That's where like docos are better than the movies, you know? Because I would need the
school
info.
us. No, coming on here and telling us fucking is
Come
better
tell
than
us.
any
I want a
fucking.
live doco.
Is it better than
Live
any
doco.
doco movie platform you can do? This fucking place.
But Let Me Ride is a crazy track too, man.
Let Me Ride.
The production on that's insane,
Let
dude.
me ride. My well, if I'm going in order of the album, and the next one for me, and probably one of my favorites on the album, I don't know why, is The Day the Fellas Took Over.
Yeah.
That beat, man, the fucking beat. It's got that sick KRS cut in it. Got myself a Uzi and my brother a 9. Blah 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 blah. Got the sick blah 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 blah. We don't like them. It's awesome, man. And the cool thing for me about it, man, is this whole album, and also because I said I got Snoop first, so I was already thinking it, and then I got this. This is before, like, this is in the days of tapes I'm talking, so you had no artwork with it at all. So you didn't know who was the main man, who looked like what or anything like that. So you're just going off total bars and voices. That's what you're judging it off, all right? So I didn't even know that Dre was the man and shit like that. For me, this album and the Snoop album, I don't know why I keep saying that, but it puts it into context, I'd never heard of RBX before. And I was like, who the fuck is that dude, man? This dude, he was the dude that really fucking
His voice is
stood out to me the most. Is him, man, for some reason. I was really dick riding RBX,
Nice.
man. I was like, I can't wait to find an RBX album. And then when I did, I was...
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know, man.
What year is that album?
Man. 4, maybe?
Oh, okay.
24, something like
Okay.
that.
All right. But what else did you have? Mine aren't in order. I just write down tracks I like.
And then Nothing But a G thing. Because I just, just did it in order because that's the way.
Because I always
listen to
go
it.
back and re-listen because my list always starts off with usually the whole album, and then it goes to about 8, and then I get to like 6. I have to re-listen to tracks, and then there's no fucking order
No
after that. Once I've
cohesion.
gone back and I'm trying to just decide which track by itself is like not in the flowing order.
D's nuts.
Yes, dude, that's
That has to be on there.
on my list, bruv.
Daz, man, he's sick in that.
Yes, dude.
The beat's sick, but
Everything.
Fucking Daz, man, I
Daz.
reckon he murders that.
Sick.
That's a sick one.
I also like Rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh, I've always loved that one, man. I love the intro of it, and fucking Dre goes hard on that, man.
Yeah.
He goes hard. Because that's one thing to say about this album. You'll notice if you were a NWA fan and you, how do you say it? If
E-feel for zagging. I don't know if that's how you say it, but
that's
I
how
say
he
it,
that's
so.
how he says it.
Yeah, boy.
You'll notice like there's definitely a style change here with Dre, like delivery and shit, and he's like got a lot more smoother and shit. And like we were saying, how he's probably influenced by the people around him and stuff like that. But on this track here, it's sort of goes back to a bit of can't talk with a motherfucking gun in your mouth. You ever met Lucifer?
yeah.
You better meet him, motherfucker. Fucking, it's sick, man. The intro, that's the one where we gotta get rid of the drugs, the pushes. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Man,
the pimps, the hoes.
Man, is you crazy?
Yeah.
Once again, the Death Row organization.
Yeah.
A brother with a gun, man.
Yep.
That's another one I reckon Dre goes hard on, and I really love the beat of it.
Yep. I like Stranded on Death Row.
Stranded on Death Row, that's sick.
That's where you get the mixture of everyone.
Everyone.
That's where I first heard Lady of Rage too.
Yep. That's why I
Even
like.
I reckon Snoop's verse on that is fucking
Yep.
sick, man.
Yeah.
I reckon it's sick. I
Yeah.
reckon he comes hard as shit.
Yep. I reckon that's the verse that Dre does on the leftover ones, and then Snoop ends off doing it on
Okay.
that
Alright.
on that song.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's the verse. Also like that lyrical gangbang.
Yeah.
Because that's got rage and and it's got that 7 execution style murders. Fucking
I drop bombs like
Hiroshima. I have no remorse because I'm the fucking murderer. I love that one, man. That's high powered. Sorry. Lyrical gangbang, high powered. That's the one I was just talking about. It's got the beat, fucking RBX. The last one for me is bitches ain't shit, man.
Yeah.
Snoop's verse,
That's
man.
funny, man.
I love Snoop's verse at the end,
Hells yeah.
man. That's a fucking what an album, man.
Dude, this album's crazy. The bass lines are so chunky.
You'd have to say too, like it's still gangster rap, but it's like it's taken gangster rap in that G-funk.
Yeah. Well, it's got tracks that are real fucking hard, and then tracks that are just like hell, sort of like fun tracks, you know?
Yeah.
Shit that's just
These
fucking
nuts.
Yeah.
Mm.
And even when you see like the film clip, I guess it's just like dudes, their cars just going like this.
Yeah.
They're not holding guns and shit. You
Yeah.
know, they're just like, nah, in this one we just fucking literally this is a party track basically type
Yeah.
shit.
I got a pit bull.
It's the shit you'd hear fucking 3 blocks over so loud. What the fuck is that, man?
All the china in your cupboards.
Yeah.
Fucking that music
And
again.
the structure of the tracks, that's where another thing where the production on this is so crazy, where it's not just like, again, a lot of dudes just be looping shit, chucking something on there. The actual structure of the tracks, the way it's planned out and like done is so fucking next
ahead of
level,
its
dude.
time.
It's next level.
It's ahead of its time in that aspect, man. Like
Even today, like people aren't doing that, like the structure of that sort of shit. It's ahead, like it's
that. That's what makes it timeless. This is a true, proper, timeless record, man. Like you said off camera before, we got some fucking young cats at the gym and, around your age group, and they only know what they know, and fucking... But you've been going and popping the heads of this old shit, and he put him on, this young fella put him onto this Chronic album. You said that's all he's been, like, it's popped his head. He's been fucking cranking it every day, he reckons,
yeah.
to
He
you.
said he's completely ditched the 2001 version. He's like, that's all I'm
Which
doing
is a
now,
sick
man.
album.
Which is a sick album. I just think the other one's better.
I just think this one's better.
And it's all round just sick. It's sick, man.
It's sick.
Oh, bro, it's sick. It's a revolutionary album that changed hip hop, and fucking that is that. Even if you don't like it, that's the truth.
That's the truth, man. Fuck your opinion.
And yeah, big praise to DOC on that shit too, just because.
He would have had a fuck
gets
ton to
left
do
behind.
with it, man.
Yeah,
He would have read a lot of lyrics for this. Lots, man.
And that $20 sack pyramid is funny as fuck.
Yeah. Go listen to have you ever heard the DOC album? I think I showed you once with his voice all fucked up. He's got a whole album.
Okay, yeah, I haven't
like
heard the
that.
whole thing, but I know he did his voice. Yeah.
That's how he sounds on the whole album.
Yeah.
That's how he's rapping.
Well, what's such a shame to me, man, is like we need a DOC movie or doco, or we just need him to come on here, because if that shit didn't happen, man, I guarantee his albums would be on these. Lists,
bro.
man. Like we'd be talking about his platinum shit.
Because all them lyrics are it for everyone else. A lot of them, he still would have done that, but a lot,
Yeah, and the shit he did like with his own lyrics were way more focused. Like it was about shit that he liked.
Yeah.
It was way dude, just we'd
It's sad,
100% he'd be on here.
It's
man,
sad.
no doubt.
It's fucking sad, man. But yeah, man, this is got some really cool features, man. It's got RBX, Rage, the whole DPG. Fucking I love Bushwick Bill on what one is it? Is it Lyrical Gangbang? Or the one you said? What's the Big Posse track on there?
Fucking hell, I've forgotten it already.
It's
Stranded on Death Row.
It's Bushwick Bill's talking at the start.
Yeah.
Because he's a hell like prophet. Because I like Bushwick Bill, man. If like on his albums, he does it a lot. He's got some real like almost preaching bits in there, just talking. But what he says, man, is so fucking true and powerful and wise.
Yeah.
Like he's a real wise fucking dude, man. I'm like, they obviously can see that.
Yeah.
So they got him on to do one of his bit preachy things on here, and it
Yeah.
fucking goes sick, man.
Sick. Yeah, fuck yeah. I
Goes
got
sick.
the hottest 6 men. And I straight to run up on the motherfucker 6'10".
Who's the biggest?
Yeah, who, man, who?
Uh,
Next one, man, you want to hit him off?
No worries, but it's fucking it's the Grand P, man.
It's the poopster.
The poopster, Grand Poober, real to motherfucking real, man.
Real.
If you don't know,
Now
that's
you
Grand
know.
Poober. Now you know.
Now you know.
Electra, it was produced by him, others, Peak 28, 15 tracks.
Yeah, DJ Alamo.
DJ Alamo.
You always hear Stud Doogie. Honestly, don't know what he does. Sorry.
Yeah, what the? Come on, P, man.
I'm really sorry, man.
Can you come on
Sorry,
in, bro?
Stud.
What is he? What's his relevance? What's his role?
He's in
part?
every album cover.
He's-
He's in your interviews, man.
Fucking important, man, and I don't know
Yeah, I don't know why, but he is,
the
obviously.
importance. But we
But,
respect him, man.
Dude, and just got to say, this is album, compared to the last one, this is the total opposite end of the spectrum.
What I've got here is this is actually a very good palate cleanser
Yeah. It's
to the last
the
album.
legit, for anyone who says, oh, all rap sounds the same.
I hate that.
Like, this is the total opposite end of the spectrum. This is that gritty, rough funk that, like, shakes your window trunks. Like, it's so just low end,
Oh,
heavy.
man.
It's
Yeah,
nuts,
man.
yeah.
This is real sub.
And the drums are insane. I love those rolling type of drums, man. Like, with just the drum roll. I love the way Pooba flows off them so well, man. I think that's all you need to do is give him some drums like that, and you will get an insane Pooba track every time.
Well, I reckon there's a lot of live band shit on this album, man.
Oh, well, there's
the
brand new heavies.
on
That's
that last
obviously
one.
that's like an acid jazz band, and they had an album that came out in the same year that was called Heavy Rhyme Experience Volume 1. And that's a pretty cool album. That's worth checking out. Obviously, all live instrumentals with just a bunch of crazy rhymers. It's got Grand Pooba, another people that are on our list from that album too. But a whole bunch of cool dudes on there. It's definitely worth checking out. But that's a cool track.
Yeah, it's
Who
got
makes the loop?
It's got just a real live feel to it.
Yeah.
This album to me, man. And like I said, low end, but it's got like the
drums are so gritty.
gritty, man. It's fucking
Those tinny sounding snares. I just love it. I reckon it's so good, man. And his flow is he's one of the nicest MCs out there too. He's so smooth and just the way each rhyme connects.
This
Flows
is
nuts, man.
like the last
Slick
one.
motherfucker.
Like the last one.
Slick.
This is another start to finish, man.
Yes, yeah.
This is another start to finish album. Put it
yeah.
on. Don't skip it.
Yeah.
Skip it.
Don't skip a track.
Just let it play, man.
And there's certain tracks you could probably even do twice.
You can do twice.
You could probably
We're
repeat
cool
that
with
one.
that. We're cool with that.
I'll have it.
We're cool with
I
that.
don't care if the rest of your day is that one track, bro.
Even though I used to have a rule in the car, you're not allowed to go backwards. But
But this is mostly self-produced by Grand Pooba.
yep.
Stimulated Dummies.
Yep.
They got some production work in there. That's Lateef King, which he produced the Master Ace G-Pass brother Biz Capella remix.
Okay.
The Biz Capella one. He also produced Onyx the Worst.
Oh yeah.
So that dude's got some production credits. But then
That's
there's
the
DJ
one-
Shabazz too, which that dude, you know, Grand Pooba was in a group before Brand Nubian. He's not very prominent in the group though.
No.
But they were in a group together, and I didn't even write it down because I didn't think it was that important apparently. Because he's not too prominent in it. He's really not too prominent at all. He was in I didn't hear him rapping at all. All I heard was maybe he has some production help, is what I'm thinking. Like he did that sort of stuff. But that's where DJ Shabazz comes from,
Okay.
and he did some work on this too. Obviously DJ Alamo, and you got the brand new heavies that did that one track. Who makes the loop?
There's no Sadot X or Jamar on this album, is
No, well
there?
that's because before this, that's where Grand Pooba left Brand Nubian. And so they had a falling out.
I
which,
didn't know it was a falling out. I didn't know that. I thought it was just.
He's like, I'm going to do my own thing.
I thought because there's still Brand Nubian albums.
That's because they came back together. Because if you notice, the next, I'm not sure if the next two, I think it's the next two don't have Pooba on them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Pooba comes back for the album after that.
That's right. But I didn't know that it was a falling out. I didn't know that. That's news.
Yeah.
I've learned something, man.
Yeah,
See?
well, I don't know the inside, but they went together, I guess.
That's why you watch, man.
That's why you tuning in, man.
That's why you're tuning
But
in. Man.
dude, what are some of your favorite tracks?
Well, I like Check the Resume, man. The beat and the sample
Yes,
is
dude.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Is that's the first track, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a great way to start an album too.
Yeah, man.
Nice way to start an album,
That's
Pooba.
that's a good start.
Well done.
It's got a fucking really strong start to it, man. Like it is a start to finish album, but I reckon
that
it just
track
starts.
is just that's a trunk rattler, isn't it?
Yeah,
That
man.
is
It's like, fucking hell. And then it goes straight into that 360. What
dude,
goes
how's
around?
the bass line on that?
Ah,
That's a real bass line too.
that 100%. That's why it gives me like that feel, the live feel to it, man.
Yeah.
This whole album just gives me the live. There's someone in there playing an instrument.
Someone in there, man.
There's someone in there.
Someone in there
it's
doing
just,
something.
even if it's just a triangle. That was my job in the choir, and I couldn't even do that. I even like I think it's the next one or the one after that. Check it out, and it's got Mary J. Blige on it.
yeah. The rhymes with the beat is crazy
The
when
beat-
Pooba's kicking it.
When Peeves, it's got this. Like I'm not I'll put it out there, man. Fucking hate in the comments. Not really an R&B fan. Never have been. It's just not for me, man. It's not where I come from. It's
Yeah.
not what doesn't do anything for me. I'm a bit of a rough.
But she's on a couple good tracks that I
But she's
like.
on some good tracks. But I'm just saying this song, like you could almost class it as an R&B track, but it's cool with me because it's Pooba and it's got that bass,
Yeah.
that bass line, and just I actually really like the back and forth.
Yeah.
I think it's really well
It's cool,
done.
man.
It's really cool,
The
man.
beats too, sick.
It's really cool. I even like we've said this before, man. I don't mind a bit of singing on a record from
Yeah.
a chick. Like Tribe does it, and I, just off the top of my head, I think like when it's done properly, it can make the MC sound even better.
Yeah.
It pumps them up a bit
Yeah.
more, I think. Like because you've got that perspective. You've just heard this
Yeah.
chick singing.
It's got to be done right.
And it's
like
gotta
I
be
think
done right.
Busta Rhymes, It's a Party. That's a good.
Yeah,
that's a
another
good one.
That's another good
When
one.
he comes in after her, I reckon that's always sick.
Yeah.
I always loved that,
Yep.
dude. One of my I reckon probably my favorite track on there is Big Kids Don't Play.
Yeah, I've got that here. That's a sick
I
beat,
love
man.
that.
That's a killer one, man. That is killer.
I love
bro.
it, dude. I reckon it's so good. And it
That's
shows how different he can be to every other MC. He just does his total own thing. Half like singing some sort of lines, but it sounds so good, man.
I actually thought of us. I'll quickly go back to that. What goes around?
Yeah.
flying off into space with the because you know the cut they've got what goes around comes around.
Dude, that is the best, bro.
Is that a fucking sick fucking Mars shuttle fucking
Yeah,
thing
dude,
to
yeah,
have
yeah.
fucking flying around the rocket ship,
And
man?
just that cut, that whole beat is
What
wicked.
goes as
The
fucking
guy who plays that bass, he also did bass for one of the tracks on the Main Source album. which,
Okay.
we reviewed.
all right,
Can't remember what the track is now.
sick.
It was last year, man.
That was the whole year. You've been to Mars and
Last
everything,
year,
man.
man.
I mean, fucking
Come on,
probing
man.
all sorts of shit, dog.
But yeah, just that was the same dude, man. Anton Pishansky.
Okay,
And then Ronald Parkins did bass on like a lot of the other ones.
all
Like you
right.
said, a lot of live bass, a lot of live bass.
I love that lick shot.
Yes,
I reckon
dude, yeah,
Pooh
yeah.
is relentless on that one.
Relentless.
That's the one where you like he's like a Tretch on that one.
Yeah.
He just fucking goes,
no
man.
slow flow on there.
No slow flow on there, man. He kills that
And
one.
I love me a slow flow.
love me. I appreciate slow flow, man.
Yeah.
I'm a large pro fan.
Hey, slow it up.
I'm a
We
large.
just said we like big kids don't play. That's pretty slow. flow.
yeah, man. You know, he goes a bit harder on that one. I think. Yeah, and you can't leave out reel to reel.
Yeah. Or back it up.
Back it up's another sick one.
Easy back it up. I reckon that's a killer one, man. But from this album,
Oh, that's the one with Back It Up's the one with Kid Capri on it, isn't
yes,
it?
yeah. Kid Capri produced that one.
And it's got this, it's got the sick Q-tip cut.
Yeah.
Oop, easy back
Easy
it up.
back it up.
That's the,
That's a sick one, man. Back to that real jazzy feel with those bass lines and everything.
what do you think of? I really like as well the Soul Controller,
Yes, dude.
because that's a total different change of because Grand Poob is like generally to me he's funny.
Yeah.
And on this one, it's more like of a conscious
Yeah.
message
It's
in
a bit
it.
of a through line. Poobas tend to be there's not much through line with his stuff. It bounces all over the place. You know,
Yes.
it's just like you said, it's funny lines, it's good lines,
Yep.
it's random shit.
And like you
that
said, all
sounds
over the
sick.
place.
Yeah.
And
But
this
has
is
got
more,
like a constant through line. Yeah.
Yep. It's got the same tone to it.
Same tone.
Same tone.
Thought about that one.
And it's more more of a conscious shit from him,
From the Poobs.
from the Poobs,
From the Poobs.
which isn't huge. You don't get a huge amount of that from him, which is cool, man.
You don't need much
I don't
though.
really give a fuck.
Don't need much.
And then the last one on there, which is probably one of my favorites, is that Who Makes a Loot with
Yeah.
It's got the brand new Heavies live band on there. There's so many good one-liners in that.
Yes, dude.
Stick it in easy, it comes back greasy.
Ah,
He's the man.
you the man.
He's the man. I reckon, yeah, it's a fucking really good palate cleanser from the last album. Definitely a start to finish album. It's got like a fucking sunky,
Very sunky.
very sunky. I think I was trying to put funky in soul,
Yeah.
but I just came up with the word sunky.
That's
Put
sunky,
fucking-
man.
Yeah, sunky, man. It's got a real funky soul feel to it with heaps of. He's a very melodic MC, man.
Yeah.
He's one of the
He's a
one,
dude who knows how to use his voice.
fucking knows how to use his voice, which is a real art form, man. And I reckon like he also has a he's one of my favorite MCs of all time, and I reckon he has a really odd words play.
Yeah.
His scheme is odd to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get that?
Yeah.
Does it do that?
It's
like
very original.
I wouldn't
man.
have come to that conclusion from that word
Yeah. Yeah.
to that. Like if I tried to write that verse, it wouldn't have come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't think I haven't heard a lot of MCs ever come to that conclusion. He's like an OC to me
Sure.
in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
And I also think that Poob is also, if not the king, he's one of the kings of one-liners.
Yes. Definitely one of the kings.
He's a one-liner king.
Yep.
Full show, man.
Faux show.
Just funny, witty. He's
Yeah.
one of them dudes that I'm constantly rewinding.
Yeah.
Just little bits, man. You get so many good cuts from Poobs,
Yeah.
man. If you're into fucking making beats and shit, he's a man you should really go
Go
sample.
check him out.
Go sample him, man.
Go check it out, dog.
What you got next? Bah.
Next, no particular order.
Alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order. Next we got Heavy D and the Boys, Blue
And
Funk.
the boys.
The Boys, Blue Funk, dude. Blue Funk. This is a crazy change up in sound from like what you'd think of Heavy D and the Boys, isn't it?
Yes.
This is like He's like, nah, I'll just do what everyone else is doing now. If this is the sound where it's going, he's like, I'll show you where it's going.
Yeah, because have you heard their other albums?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
this is their fourth. Yeah,
Yep,
this is
yep.
their fourth one, and
Yep.
like you said, it's
Switched up like a few producers and that. He always had like Pete Rock, because him and Pete Rock are cousins. So like he always had Pete Rock doing a few beats, but it was heaps like Marley Marl.
yeah,
He had heaps of Marley Marl beats. But
Yeah, you
now
can-
it's like I think there's a Premiere track on there.
yeah. You can hear. I remember because it's produced by him, Pete Rock, and Premier.
DJ Eddie F.
mostly. I don't know even where it peaked. It's a 13
And
tracker.
Jesse West too.
Okay.
That guy, he produces a few other tracks that are on here too. But
Uptown Records
yeah.
was the label.
But Jesse West, he's also called Third Eye. He's on one of the tracks too.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. What track?
He's on of course I didn't write it. Oh, he's on the track that everyone's on. He's on Bunch of Fellas.
Okay. Oh, yep. All right. Yep.
But man.
So is he the dude first?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
yep,
because I got a question mark, man. I was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I wanted to put it out there. Who the fuck is that?
yep. And
What's his name? Third Eye.
Third Eye, Jesse West is his
Okay.
real name.
Never
I
heard
think he
of
goes
him
by
then.
Jesse West when he produces, and then Third Eye when he raps. I'm not sure if that's true or just something I read.
MCs.
MCs, yeah.
No rapping over
But
here.
Tony Dofat is a guy that produced a few of the tracks too.
Okay.
And they're the ones like the first few that have just the hugest kicks you could imagine.
Yeah.
Just, like the most thumping ass kicks.
Yeah, this has got some nice bass on
Yeah,
it, man.
yeah.
This got some real
That's
deep
Big
bass
Tony.
on it, man. This is another fucking sick sub
This is a good album through and through, man.
through and through.
And I don't know if this is this Biggie Smalls' first appearance?
I don't know, man. I don't want to say that because I don't know.
Because I don't know if it is either, but I have a feeling it's obviously one of the first. It's
He
before
sounds
his albums.
young.
It's before his albums.
He sounds different.
If anything, he'd maybe have a demo, but like as talking about like a real track, like a studio produced track,
Don't
I'd
know,
say
man.
it could be.
Well, it would have to
Could be
be
one of
one.
the
It's
first, for
definitely one of them.
Trying to think what else would have been first. It'd have to be a
Because I was going to say that, and then I sort of crossed it out, because I didn't want everyone to hate me.
I tried to look at. Come and hate me. I
Yeah,
don't give a
fucking
shit,
fight you, bro.
Come hate me.
Kick you in the fucking knee, cunt.
What's one more?
What's one more? What's one more?
Who's next?
Been hated on by everyone.
Exactly, bro. Bring it.
Bring it.
But
Makes me-
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say it's at least definitely one of his first. I'm trying to think. I don't know where. Another first would have to be a feature, unless like I don't know when Party and Bullshit came out. What year? Because I know it came out before his album. I think Party and Bullshit maybe came out in is his album's 94, isn't it?
Because Tupac always says, you know, I gave Biggie his style because he goes, you go listen to Party and Bullshit, and then he goes, then you come back to Biggie's records.
Yeah.
He goes, that's me. He goes,
me.
I did that. All right, man.
I do. But I think P Diddy's a pretty good producer though. He knows what to do with certain artists. Like who knows if Biggie would have been pretty big, obviously anyway. But I don't think Diddy obviously gets. Everyone hates on him, but when it comes to business mind, that dude's pretty fucking.
Yeah.
He's pretty set and
Yeah.
good at that sort of shit. But
But he's got to be all up in the video.
all up in the videos.
Dancing all up in the video. Come to Death Row.
Yeah, but Premiere. So just quickly, Premiere produced 2 tracks. Pete Rock did 3 of them. Tony Dofat did 3 with those huge kicks,
Nice.
and Jesse West, Third Eye, did 3 too.
Sick.
And Smif-N-Wessun did 1. And Smif-N-Wessun's popped up on our list before, but I can't remember what track it was that he produced.
Oh, because I think I know one of the ones Pete Rock did was It's a New Day.
Yes, yeah. And it sounds like the Pete Rock ones sound like I can just almost hear CL Smooth
Yes, yeah,
rap over him, you know?
Same, man. I was gonna say that to you. It's like you can hear if you know your shit
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you've listened to enough, you can like this is a Pete Rock
Yep.
beat, man.
Definitely.
What's,
Pete Rock's one of the greatest, man.
What's some of your favorites on there?
Some of the favorites? Who's the Man?
Who's the man? Yep.
Talk is cheap. So what were you gonna say?
No. I was trying to think. Yeah, who's the man?
Yeah, who's the man? Talk is cheap. I reckon that's a good one.
Because Who's the Man has the Cypress Hill cut.
Yes.
Killer Man.
Yep.
It's got the Killer Man. So and that was the year before, wasn't it? Yeah,
The
91.
first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So
Yep,
he's took
yep,
a little bit of
yep, yep,
inspiration.
yep. But
from the
I
hill.
reckon "Love Sexy" is a fucking a
I've,
wicked track.
the
man.
horn, the piano.
dude.
It's fucking.
it's-
You got the ear, man.
Well, we thought didn't have you thought I lost
You got the, you got the fucking ear, bro. Yeah, man. Fucking.
And then bunch of brothers.
Yeah, which has Guru, Biggie, Buster.
And this is the one thing I'm gonna say about the production on this, and I don't know if it's like I don't know what happened on this, but is like Guru and Rob O just way too quiet in this song for you? They just get drowned out in this song. Like Biggie's so loud,
Yeah, I thought
Heavy
maybe.
D's so loud,
I thought maybe like
and Guru is like I know he doesn't throw his voice
Nah,
too
because
far.
that's what I was. That's the only.
But like a dude's got a fucking volume control in there. I don't know if he's just like like he wants other people to shine a bit
Okay.
more, or if it was just like where it was mixed, the speakers it was mixed on type of thing. That's always different, and that still sick track. Not hating on it. I reckon it's a wicked Guru verse too. I just want him up a bit louder,
Yeah.
man. I just want him cranked
See,
up
I
a little bit.
didn't really super stand out to me, but I know what you're talking about, and I think I just took it as it's just Guru. Like
Yeah, it's just
Guru's
Guru.
a bit lower.
I thought that, but then the Rob O guy, he's held quiet too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pay attention
Because
to
like
that part of it.
Biggie is loud.
But you're the one who told me wasn't Biggie's kick in the door a diss to Guru?
No, that was a diss to Raekwon, Mobb Deep.
Okay, that's right.
There might be another dude in there. I can't remember.
Because
There might be another member of Wu-Tang. Maybe he was dissing.
Okay,
I can't remember.
All right.
But he was dissing a whole bunch of dudes that like Premiere works with, basically.
That's what I was.
But not Guru. I don't think Guru was in on the diss. I don't
Okay,
think.
because that's what was going through my head. Because
Possible, but I don't think
knew
so.
he had something to do with this album. Then when I heard the Guru, and then I'm like, oh, they got Come in them. I'm surprised you still run
That's
with them.
the shit, yeah.
I thought, oh, he must be talking about this. Like, I'm surprised you still run with
Yeah.
them, like from these days.
Because that's when he's like talking to Premiere. Premiere said he was behind the console, just like, oh shit.
Me?
And then he's like, no beef, man. He's like, we made our track. He was hating on J-Roo.
Distorted.
J-Roo was the other guy he was hating on, because J-Roo had that one day track when he's talking about all the shit that was wrong with hip hop and talking about how hip hop's in Versace suits and like P Diddy's got hip hop and all that, and then they like go back and steal it and kill everyone.
What-
He's hating on me, man.
What in Premiere just hit him? Just scratch over that. Just straight over that bit. I've got truthful because the fucking horn and the beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's the man like you? Talk is cheap. I love talk is cheap, right? I said this a couple of fucking reviews ago. I tell you, man, they love it because it's in another album we're about to review. It's got the bung bung in it.
Ah, yeah.
Bung
yeah.
bung
Yeah.
beat 'em. They fucking love it. I'm telling you.
But that's
What
also
is it with that?
it's something about
What
this
is that?
album is there is a little bit of a Jamaican touch.
Oh,
to it,
yeah, yeah,
Because I
man.
think Heavy D was born in Jamaica.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure.
yes, yep. If you go on Wiki, yes,
Yeah.
it says.
Yeah, that's what it says. Okay.
It says some white man read it on Wiki, all right? It's fucking
Yeah.
true, man.
Some white man in bloody like Iceland or something.
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah, and Heavy D in.
Was born in Jamaica.
Born in Jamaica. Who's in the house?
Yes.
That's probably my favorite.
Yes.
Just because of the beat.
Yep.
It's got a sick fucking Love Sexy. That's another sick one you
Dude,
just
that's
said.
probably my favorite.
Yep. Blue Funk, another one of my
Another
favorites.
big old Pete Rock production.
And the Yes Yo. If anyone can tell me what the sample is, that'd be awesome. Leave it in the comments.
Music sample, voice sample. What are you talking about?
Just
Just tell me the whole thing, man.
the whole thing
Hey, can you just send in a list
of the dude's rhymes.
of the dudes right there? But rest in peace, man, to the overweight lover. You know, rest in peace to that dude.
He was really respected, man.
Yeah, And he sounds. How big does he sound on this?
Yeah.
album? Like he's just so
He's
much.
got a bellowing
He sounds
voice.
just big, large, man. He sounds so large.
got one of
I
the-
wonder if like Biggie's like shit. I'm large. I'm not fucking.
Flood the blood,
Big,
man.
the blood. I'm large. Because Biggie comes hard in his verse too.
Yeah, he does.
It's some wicked Biggie.
But if you'd know, if you're a real head man, you always hear Heavy D referenced, and he has a lot of features, man.
Yeah.
A lot of like he was even on the Live at the Barbecue, wasn't it? Or Back to the Grill. What's the main source one?
I can't remember. Back to the Grill. That's the
Pretty sure he's on
the MC
that.
Search one.
The main source.
That's Live at the Barbecue.
Live at the Barbecue. Which one's Heavy D on?
Heavy D, I'm positive Heavy D is on Back to the Grill
Yeah, I know
from
he's-
MC Search's
Yep.
album. He's also on a Far Side track that came out in the same year,
Yeah.
and he's on the Naughty by Nature album.
And he's on the CL Smooth album.
Yeah, he's all over the show.
He's
Yeah.
pretty
And
respected,
I've
man.
heard Biggie mention him a few times.
Yeah, I've
in
heard-
different rhymes. Obviously, Juicy, everyone would know that one. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine.
I've heard him. Yep, I've
Yeah.
heard him mention fucking heaps of times,
Yep.
man. What do you think? Like it's got to me, it's like soul funk.
Yeah.
Another one, it's got the live feel to it.
Yeah,
It's got a
yep.
bit of a live feel to it. People in there pressing stuff,
It's got such a full thumping production.
and sick, man. The bass lines, bro.
Are insane.
I really like the bass lines
Yeah.
on this album. They're really fucking killer.
I reckon it's just it's such a switch up from the last ones. Like when I first heard this, I was like, "What the heck?" Like it blew my head.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the? What the fuck,
Yeah,
man? This
yeah,
is
same,
sick, dude."
same. This
And
is
then I
one
just had it on my phone for ages, headphones every time I was just doing anything around the house.
because this is one like until a couple years ago, I'd never listened to the album start to finish. Had loose songs, never listened to it start to finish, and it was the same for me. I just wanted because we were talking about doing this for years now,
Years.
and when fucking we had the list, this was the one when I was trying to burn through the list and do it all quick back then. I wanted to cross it off.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's one song, fuck. Next song, fuck.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, good. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro. You had
Yeah,
to
d-
be dope, didn't
Yeah,
you?
to introduce blue funk in my life. Now I was the same because when I put it on, I was just like you said, expecting it to just be like, "Oh, we'll skip through, we'll see what this one's like."
Yeah.
And then just from the first track, you're like, "Wait a minute,
Hold on.
wait a second
Hold
here.
on.
This doesn't seem right."
You know when like when you're going through an album too, and it's like maybe an artist you're not real fucking keen on or whatever, and his process of elimination. And then, like, sometimes you start skipping into the songs before they start, right?
Yeah, dude.
And then you're like, oh, dude, that's fucking done. And then you get here, oh, man, that's done. And then what? And then you have to go, now I got to go right back to the start. And
Yeah.
you're like, listen to the start.
Yeah.
So I recommend
Turns out I should've
everyone
just listened.
just listen to it, how it was made.
Yeah.
From start to middle
There's
to
a reason,
finish.
and that's something I don't think gets touched on enough. Is there's certain albums it's like the way they're picking their track order, man, has a lot to do with the feel of the album.
Yeah,
And I don't know if it just sounds perfect because that's the only way we've really heard it.
yeah.
But some of these track orders are wicked, man.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yes,
they're like,
yes,
dude,
yes.
the progression of the album or something like that.
You
You
have
know,
to do it in
and
the
then like
order.
back and forth.
You got to
from,
do
like,
it
a-
in the order,
yeah,
man.
hardcore to like this sort of song to this, and then
Because you got to think like like these are artists, they're creative people, man. So they would have put a lot of effort in to the order.
yeah,
A lot of effort.
Yeah.
It's not just random.
yeah,
You know, I'll just put that after that and fucking let's just whack it. No, man, it's like they're listening and this will
Yeah.
sounds good after that.
And a lot of people think an album's just making a bunch of songs and having them together.
yeah,
and that's not what an
it's
album
an
is.
experience.
And like before this sort of time, I'd say this is what this is around the time where this shit sort of changed, where it was like albums seemed like previously they were sort of like people were going for hit singles, and that's what record companies wanted them to make. Like make a hit single, and then we'll make an album with a few hit singles on it, 3 hit singles, 3 or 4, and then we basically just have filler tracks that don't mean much. They're not going to be on the fucking on like the radio and that sort of stuff. We just need to fill up an album. And it seems like this is where it gets to the point where people like have complete concepts for albums, and they're
like the Chronic.
yeah, you know, it's a whole concept for an
Yeah.
album. It's not just we made a cool track and then eventually you made another cool track because you found a sample. The 2 tracks like don't really relate. They could be off different albums, if that makes sense. But when like someone has a complete through line, like The Chronic, or even Real to Real was the same. It feels like a
Yes,
complete
yes,
through
yeah.
line. And this is an album that's great for it too. The one we're about to do that feels like they were going hard at the shit they were going at, and it
Yeah.
has such a through line of the same sort of feel.
Yeah.
And what is it, man?
It's fucking Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Mecca and the Soul Brother, man.
Dude, this album, bro.
Bah.
This is I think, one of the most insanely produced albums of all time. I know Chronic is on our list too, but this is like, just for me personally, it's one of the most crazy sampled albums, at least, ever. Like, the samplage in this, Pete Rock, you are a god. You're a sample god, dude. You are a 100% digger of the crates and a finder of those fucking
Yeah, man.
samples, man.
Respect.
It's insane. I don't know how you got, like, it sounds like it's like sample like 5 different tracks for every song, you know, and make it sound like one, like it's all the same instrument. The guy's ear is just so on point, man. Everything's in key. Everything sounds like it's all come from the same track. Like it's all made for that track, and it's all from different shit. You're like, what the fuck, bro? How much shit have you heard? How much shit is in your head, man?
See, that would just
you can-
confuse me.
I know, because like
Wouldn't
even
it when you think about it?
because I've tried to make music, I attempt it, and I get overwhelmed, and
That's good, man.
it fucks with me, man. And then when I hear shit like this, it just pushes me to the next level. What the fuck is going on with these guys, man? How are they so good? Like, how could they just create a structure of this sort of track?
But
in
that's
their
because
head?
you are talented. That's because you are like, because you are talented. You're a mad perfectionist. So like, I think that's really lacking these days. I think like it's just, I call it like Macca's fucking mass produced shit.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that's what it is.
And also probably I think like a lot of knowing how it's done.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
and
then you understand how hard it is.
Also that, and also having the vocabulary. I mean, like having the knowledge
The
of
tools at your disposal. Sort
the
of thing.
tool,
Or,
like having the, like, because a lot of people that are making shit don't know about any
they
of
don't
this.
have the experience, I guess.
They
or
don't know
whatever. Or,
any
like,
of it, no
yeah,
perspective.
knowledge. Yeah, the musical fucking.
Yeah, they don't have.
You know what we mean,
you know
man?
what I
We're
mean,
so close
dog.
to it. We're so
Let's
close.
so fucking poke you in the eye, man. You know what the fuck we mean. But I think that's a big factor
Yeah.
too, man. Like, you've got all this shit to pull from
Yeah,
where them dudes don't.
yeah. That's
you
true.
know, that's why
true.
that's why you suck, bro.
That's why you
you-
whack, man.
And that's why people hate on you. You need to go back.
And anyone that produces, I don't care what kind of music you produce, if you can go and listen to this and think it's not good, you're whack. Your ear's fucked up. Anyone from any industry will listen to this and be like, okay, whoever made this is a god, basically. He's a fucking beast of production. Man.
If you're a producer and this doesn't pop out to you, then quit your job, dude.
Quit, man. Quit.
Producing
You're
isn't
not a
for you.
producer. We've
You're
just
not a
figured that
producer.
out.
We just figured it out. Go play soccer or footy.
Yeah,
or something.
dude. Yeah. Go eat an orange.
Go eat an orange.
Eat a
motherfucker.
fucking orange, bro.
Go kick that goal. dude.
Yeah. Go scribble some chalk on the motherfucking concrete.
We won.
Man. Did we?
But if you don't know, Mecca and the Soul Brother, it's Pete Rock, CL Smooth,
CL Smooth.
Electra, produced by Large Professor and Pete Rock, I would say, and DJ Eddie F. Eddie T, Eddie F, Eddie F, I think. I only peaked at 43.
Yeah, Eddie F.
I only peaked at 43.
But Eddie F, he's the guy from Heavy D and the Boys.
Okay, yes, that's right. I was supposed to remember that.
Yeah, there's a bit of crossover on these.
Lots of
few albums,
crossovers,
you know?
man.
But a Large Pro helped co-produce. He's credited for co-producing one track, but I heard Pete Rock tell a story. He's like, there'd be days where he's like the Troy beat. He said when he first found like the horns and that and put it together. He said he called up Large Pro. He's like, dude, I got to show you this, man. I just have to see what you think. He's like, and then I went over to Large Pro's house. He's like, we put it on. He's like, man, we just finished the beat there, man, and shit like that. So it's like. They work on it together and that sort of shit, but Pete Rock is just amazing. I reckon he is the best at doing drums ever.
Okay.
Personally, to me, and I know Premiere is amazing at it, but just the drum production of Pete Rock is the best in my perspective. If you want my humble opinion, no one can top Pete Rock for drums, man. No one. I just think it's insanely well done. And I don't know how it's done. It's the shit that
Do you know who he's sampling?
no. There's
Is it Clive Stubblefield?
It could be. It could be. But it's the type of shit where he's sampling so many dudes per track. It's insane. The bass lines are wicked. Just Oh, I don't know, man. It's nuts. We could talk about it all day. We could do a whole episode on this now. I swear.
This one has like chronic production.
Yeah, this is crazy, and I reckon this is the sort of shit that
They
inspires,
match each other with.
This is the sort of shit that inspires other dudes in that era to be like, "Fuck, we need to up our game,
Right.
We need to. What are we doing,
Dude, man, this would have popped so many cunts' heads.
Yeah, it's still popping heads, man. It's
These
popping mine.
The 3 albums we've done before this would have been popping cunts'
Yeah,
heads.
yeah.
Now we've just
And they all come
exploded
out in the
it.
same year. That's what we mean. This shit's getting crazy, man. And if you guys think that like we pick this shit willy nilly, just like guys we know or something,
Oh, man.
the debates that go on
Oh, man.
off mic
Man.
to make just
When we turn the mic
list,
off, we hate each other.
fights in the car
I
park.
fucking hate this dude, man.
We basically are not friends. We are fucking. We're like associates.
We're like Drone Snoop, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know.
Hey, it's EPMD, strictly business. You know, strictly business.
Yeah,
man.
I'm Eric, man.
Yeah.
Nah, you're Eric.
Hey, you broke in my house.
You're
man.
Eric, bro.
Broke
You're
in
the-
my house.
You're the fucking beat maker. What's your favorite? What's your favorite ones without naming the whole
Oh my
entire
God.
fucking album? Pick some.
And this is so
songs.
hard. And this is what's so funny. I know us just like mentioning these tracks is not much of a big deal. Like we're just mentioning our favorite tracks. I put so much effort into finding just
So
a
do I.
handful of tracks
So do
that
I.
I just think should be recommended to people or whatever, or just whatever were my favorites. Because like you said, the whole album, dude, there's like, I could have had 10 tracks just to be like, oh, this one. I tried to keep it contained, but for Pete's sake,
Okay, yep.
that beat is next level to me.
The switch ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got cool switch ups.
It's just, and the whole thing, everything about it is just wicked. The sounds, dude. Pete Rock loves his horns, doesn't he?
So do I, man.
He loves them, and so do I.
I
But
know a few girls do too.
and this is another thing that's crazy to me. Just like, and I don't know if it's just me, but other people who sample might think it too. I think horns are one of the hardest thing to find, man. You can find bass lines in every fucking track that's out there. You can find some guitars, whatever you want, man. Some drums. That's in every track, man. To find some good horns
Like
is so fucking hard. And
like
this
an
guy's,
ear porn horn.
yeah, and this guy's got them in every track, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, we'll just have insane amounts of horns
That's my
that are going
cousin,
on.
man.
But yeah, that beat to me is crazy. I love
could-
Soul Brother #1.
Before staying on Pete's sake,
Yeah.
real quick, cool little side note is the Hilltop Hoods sampled this song.
All
They
right.
they took a cut and a
Sick.
bit of inspiration from this.
What cut was that?
Didn't write it down.
Sick.
Thought you remember,
Yeah.
but nah.
Nah. Hey, look it up, man. Just
Look
research,
it up,
dude.
bro. Yeah, go listen to the song.
And go listen to some Hilltop Hoods if you want, guys. That's some Australian hip hop for you.
Yeah, but this is the shit.
But this is the shit we are now. Just because you mentioned it, I thought people would be like, what is he talking
Yeah, I'm
about?
just mentioning it because, you know, like, I'm sure there's some Aussie fans out there
Yeah.
that'll be watching. You never mentioned the cunts thing. All right, man, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
You got it. Boom.
You got it. It's our Soul Brother #1, dude.
Yes,
That beat.
yes.
And I reckon Pete Rock's flow on that is
Yeah,
just
man.
nuts, man.
Yeah.
He's killer.
One thing about Pete Rock, too, is like, and I read it down, then I realized how much I contradicted myself because you got Large Pro and Dre. But I reckon he's one of the better. I just reckon he's a sick MC
Yeah.
for a DJ.
Fuck yeah, dude. For a producer, man.
For a producer, and like, I don't even mean that sounds like I've just downhanded it. It's like, I don't mean it in that way. I mean, like, you could take him and just put him on a track and he would shine.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't listen to him in that. You
Yeah.
wouldn't say, oh, he's good for a producer.
Yeah, well,
You'd say,
yeah.
who the fuck's this MC? This
Hell yeah.
dude's a fucking sick MC,
And
man.
I reckon that's a perfect example. Soul Brother #1.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yep. Yep.
There's so many tracks like that too.
Yep.
Even The Creator, which was on the previous
Yes,
EP.
yeah,
man. That's
man. Yes.
nuts. But another one I have to say, which is just the beat is so insane to me as well, is Can't Front on Me.
That's probably my favorite song on the
Dude,
album.
Dude, it's so good. man.
CL, man.
Go type it in right now and come back to
CL
this shit.
kills that,
Dude.
dude. Something about perfume, take a whiff, fucking
And the beat too
the
is
beat.
everything about
it's
it.
such a complimentary.
Yeah, I think
He compliments the beat compliments him. Fucking
and I don't know if it's just happen chance that like CL fits Pete Rock's beats so perfectly, or if Pete Rock is just constructing
Yes.
his beats to match CL perfectly,
Come fucking
bro.
tell us,
We
man.
need that shit, but just it meets in the middle and just fucking.
And we know you've been here before because we've seen
We've
you.
done senior, man, and yous were sick. Yous two were, I reckon, one of the best performances I've seen.
Same.
You guys sound identical live. You cut straight to tape. Your voices are sick, man. There's no shitty production or anything
I've
like
been
that.
to a
you
lot
know?
of concerts, man, and that was one of my favorite hip hop concerts of all time for that reason. It was like you just put the CD in and press
Yes,
play.
exactly, man.
Sounded exactly.
But it was better because it was live.
It was
You were there.
better.
It was like you were whilst they were recording it, man.
It was better.
It was It was
better
like,
than.
wait, did someone just hit record? We're in the room.
And how often
It's
do you hear
92
that?
right now.
How often do you hear the act is as good, even as good as the CD? You know, normally there's a lot of, hype man shit and a lot of fucking.
Well, some dudes don't sound the same.
They
or
just
don't
don't.
have
Or
the oomph. They
they're
can't.
screaming, or you can't understand it.
They can't command it. the
Can't
track per
command
se.
it. Like they just really have to be manipulated in the booth.
Yes,
You
exactly.
know,
Yeah.
But when you see these dudes come out, you're like, whoa, man!
Yes.
There's not even much to do for the producer.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean by cut to tape. Is like a dude can just go in the booth, spit his verse, and
Okay.
we don't got to do anything to it.
Yep.
Just put it straight on there,
Yep,
man.
like
There's a few
one
dudes
take,
like that,
one
yeah,
take style.
and they sound identical. They're like, we don't need a EQ, nothing. We don't need to even change a level because that's exactly how we want it. There's a few dudes like that. Like he's one of them. Biggie, obviously. Dudes like Tretch, guys that like shine outside. Even Snoop.
Yeah.
You hear him on a freestyle, like a radio show or something. No production, just live, and they identical, man.
Yeah.
It's identical.
Yeah.
You're like, holy fuck, how are these guys so good, man?
Yeah.
How are these guys so good? You go
That's
back and
how.
listen to like the Mobb Deep, Stretch, and Bobbito shit, and you're like, what the fuck, man? This is basically live. You're witnessing two dudes just at a mic, like. What the fuck, man? It's insane.
And that shuts Stretch and Bob up too.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they don't talk.
Yeah.
No, talk.
I don't even want to talk too long, man.
Talk too long, man.
But Skins is another dope one.
Grand Pooba,
Poobs, that beat, man.
Poobs
You,
is on
is that what else? I don't know what else that beat's been used on.
Chub Rock,
Oh yes, dude. Now that you said
Yabba
it,
Dabba Do.
dude. The sec. Oh,
Chub Rock and Red Hot
all
Lava
weekend,
Tone.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? And then didn't look it up. Just thought I'd fucking
So I
try to figure it out.
I'm fucking because I
Nice, dude.
when I
That would
got
bug me for ages.
when I first got my Chub Rock discography, fucking
Chub Rock.
that album anyway. That was my favorite one of Chub Rock because of that beat.
Yeah.
That Yabba Dabba Doo. I just love that beat. Fucking. So what?
See how smooth sick on that.
Now
track,
I
dude.
need to go back and look at the dates and see what come first.
Yeah, that's the one I can't tell. you
I
right now.
don't
Yeah.
know that either.
I'm not sure when, because I don't know heaps of facts about big old Chub.
No, I'm not hugely knowledged. Have the respect and have albums.
Yes.
But not hugely knowledgeable.
Yeah, we don't
on
know
the beat.
everything. We're not experts. What I'd say is we know a little bit about everyone.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
That's it, man.
I reckon that's a good way to put
Yep.
it. But there was also Straighten It Out, man.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't go in order again, guys.
Oh,
Straighten
what's
It Out.
the
though.
cut? Do you know what the cut is? The sample,
Um,
the cut? There's a cut in there.
The Straighten It Out cut.
I think it is.
That's the one that says Straighten It Out. Is
I
that the one you're
think
talking
I
about?
think that's what I must be on about.
Yeah.
I didn't write it down. I just wrote cut question mark. I was hoping you
Yeah,
would just
sick,
know.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't-
that's
I
the
don't-
one you're talking about.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one that says Straighten It
I
Out.
think so.
I can't tell you what track it's from, nah. But it's definitely a track we've heard, and it's been sampled another time
Yes.
by other people too.
Definitely.
It's one of those just iconic ones that's in there.
Definitely, man. I find that over all the albums we've done so far, that is the one thing, even though they're all so different, the one thing that they all are very similar in is they have been sampled so many
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
for the years
Yeah.
come after them.
That's true. And that's where it shows how iconic this shit is, though, you know?
Apart from Can't Front on Me, that's probably my favourite.
Yes,
But
dude,
my
yep.
next favourite is The Wig Out.
All right, yep.
I really, really love that, man. I just love everything about that.
I love everything about it. man.
I just love everything about it, man.
That's a good way to put it. I like it. And we'll just say that I'll say that Troy,
Yep.
they reminisce over you. That song is it's a dedication track to Trouble T Roy.
Okay.
who was in Heavy D and the Boys.
All
He
right.
was one of the backup dancers.
Nice.
Who passed away before Heavy D managed to do his album
Okay.
or whatnot. But apparently they were all obviously really good mates.
Yep.
And so that whole beat he made and the song was dedicated to that guy.
Well, Heavy D is on The Basement.
Yes. Yep.
And that's another one.
That is.
Bang, bang,
Yeah.
beat 'em, beat 'em. It's
And another one
Telling you,
where
bro.
Pete Rock is sick, just
he's
MC
sick.
style, you know?
He's sick in that. I've
Yeah.
even got that in brackets.
Sick.
Pete Rock, sick. He fucking kills it, man.
I love how Pete Rock starts like pretty much every song with a different beat or something like that.
Yes.
Are you just demonstrating how good you are, man?
Yeah.
How many beats you got, bro?
How many?
How many beats you got, bro?
Like, you're just showing off at this point, man.
This is about like an 80-minute album or some shit. It's like a really long album.
Look, it's not a dick competition,
And
bro.
every single track you're giving us some other crazy beat. And it's like most of those beats that get played could be an entire track in
I know,
themselves.
eh?
You know, they're
I
so
know,
good. And
yes.
he's like, just play that for 3
Yeah,
seconds and
play
then
that for.
then we'll shift you onto this. What? Does again.
It's a fucking huge.
So crazy.
This is a
man.
huge flex. isn't
Yeah.
it?
I can do this too.
Ooh, King Kong
What?
Gorilla motherfucking
Yeah.
producer, man.
Yeah. Stomp on MCs.
Yeah, man. The only really thing I got to say about it is just it's fucking an amazing album,
It's
man.
insane, dude.
And like just so much. I fucking. So you'd have to say CL is the predominant MC on the album,
yeah.
right? He does the most verses, has the most verses and the biggest verses on here. But Pete Rock, man, for being a producer and a DJ, man, he's littered through it, and there's no whackness from him.
Yeah, I'd
man.
say CL's the MC, and Pete Rock just blesses tracks. man.
Yes, yep.
He's like, he comes on and he'll just bless a track,
'Cause he
basically.
can't-
And you're like, oh, dude, we just got Pete Rock on that track.
Because
you
you can't even call him a hype man or
know?
anything.
No, nothing like that.
It's
No.
not. He holds his own shit down, man.
And I reckon he's decided on every track he wants to be on, basically.
Yeah.
There'd probably be a few where CL's like, dude, can you like jump on, man?
Yeah.
We need you on this
I've
one.
got this bit. You want to
Yeah.
spit this bit?
Or because I don't know how collaborative they make. I don't
I'd
know
love-
if like CL's
Come on, man.
involved in any of that
Come
shit.
on,
Or
boys.
like sounds like Pete Rock does most of that sort of shit himself. So I don't know if he just like pretty much structures everything and comes to CL. Like you got
We'll
like
know
the
when
one
they
track,
come on
basically. Yeah, we will, dude. We exactly will. Like there's space for 3 verses per se, hook in that, and then he comes to another one. There's space for 2 verses because I got the last one. Or some shit like that, you know, like that spot's filled.
Hey, yo, Pete Rock.
You fill these 2.
I love his voice.
Dude, it's
He's got
sick.
a really cool voice,
And I
man.
think we mentioned it with Lord Finesse. You said, you're like, you got a pulse, man. Like, is that guy alive? I reckon CL Smooth is one of the most effortless rhymers
Yes.
there is,
Yep.
dude. Like, he's not trying to portray any sort of image, even with his voice. Like, you know, you can't try to sound hard or cool the way he does it. You know, it's just literally
Genuine.
effortless.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just coming off, man. Lyric after lyric, rhyme after rhyme, track after fucking track. What the fuck, man? You literally don't, you know, it doesn't even sound like you're trying. It's so, like, it's crazy.
He's a beast of an MC.
He is, man.
What?
Well said.
And amazing live, man.
Yes.
They are really fucking good live.
Yes, yes,
If they're
yes.
ever in your town, city, whatever, dude, go
Dude.
see him.
Go-
Make
go-
sure you go see
Yeah,
him.
even if they're not in your city.
Yeah.
If they in the neighbor city, go see them
Go
motherfuckers.
see him, man.
Go see him.
Go
dude.
hate on them neighbours, man.
All right, we'll get on to the next album. The
Last one.
The last one of the list, not for any particular reason except because the alphabet is arranged that way.
That's why, man.
But this is a different type of album in the sense of like sound compared to the others. Eh? This is like
Do you like acid?
yeah, dude. This is like yeah, man. It's a weed smoking album.
You like
man.
psilocybin?
It's fucking yeah, dude. You want to get high, just have a little few grams, man. Listen to this shit, laugh your ass off, and have a good time.
You want
know?
to master the toad? This is a
But this is The Far Side, their debut album, Bizarre Ride 2.
Who's on it, man?
Who's on it, man? We got Imani, Fat Lip, we got Trey, and Booty Brown.
Woohoo!
And that's like for this album, shit eventually gets weird with those guys.
Yeah,
and
we
that
don't
sort of
care.
shit.
We're not getting
But
into that.
for this album, it's mainly produced mostly by DJ J Swift, who did an insanely good effort. And I know that guy was like a proper musician, went to a crazy music school, and he was taught by not sure what the guy's name was, but it was a dude who was a really famous musician. He worked with like James Brown, did strings for him. So like there's a heavy music influence, and a lot of dudes went to the same school, and that's how they met that guy. And so like that's how you get this really good production, this like these acid sort of sample and shit. The guy who knows his like music and that sort of stuff.
That's crazy because the Search interview I was watching, he was saying how when like there was this special school and they had degrees in fucking engineering, something else, and then the arts. And when he went to the arts one, because his mum was a fucking artist and shit, fucking that's where she went as a kid. So he wanted to go there, and he was saying like he was, you know, listening to fucking all these rap hip hop tapes before he went to the school. And then when he went to this school, there's these dudes at the table fucking beatboxing, hitting on the table and shit. And he goes, "Oh man, they're singing that song. I can't remember the song and who by." And the dude goes, "What are you talking about? That is them, man." And he's like, "What the
Oh
fuck?
shit, yeah.
Who's who?" And they start naming, and then he starts naming the people who went to this
Dude,
school.
sick.
So I'd like to know.
I wonder if it's the same place.
Jay
Could be.
Swift went to
Because it was a
school, man.
musical place, it would have been some sort of shit like that.
And Jay Swift, man, I remember showing you him years ago. Some instrumentals.
Okay.
And he had some shit with Large Pro.
All right.
As well, because he's a fucking mean beat maker, man. He's another like Pete Rock, Large Pro type beat
By
maker,
this
man.
album, dude.
He's a solid beat maker.
I know
man.
they had some internal sort of differences towards the end of the album, and he left before that got finished.
I read the same thing.
Yeah, and so LAJ
That's right.
and Trey ended up co-producing one of the other tracks, that other fish.
AKA Slim Kid.
Yeah, Slim Kid. Dude, Fat Lip is dope.
Delicious Vinyl was the label, and it was a
All
16
right.
track. Peaked at 75, which is, and when I say peaked again, that's the US top 200. That's the one I go. I don't go on pop albums, or I just go the US top 200 albums.
Yeah.
What's your faves, man?
Me faves, mate.
What's the standouts to you?
I'm that type of brother.
So, yep, I've got that one.
That's
there.
definitely a standout to me,
The
man.
bass line's fucking sick on that one.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
It's got a very nice bass line to it.
On the DL.
Bro, I was like, could that be like, that's one of my faves.
Yep.
100% one of my favorites. I was like, on the down, Daniel Lee. I was like, could that be, can we use that at some point in time, man?
Maybe could. We'll see what happens, bro.
Like, was that made for us?
I think so.
I was definitely alive, like, and they must have knew, like, man, that's Daniel's pops.
Yeah, he's coming, man.
He's coming, man.
I sense. You feel it?
Hold on,
Yeah, he's coming.
he's coming.
He's coming, man. I think we got like 4 years.
I got
man, 4 years.
KRS. He's coming, not lately, but maybe.
Yeah.
I see him
see him
coming.
coming.
I see him coming.
But dude, one of my favorite ones is Your Mama.
Oh,
Dude.
oh, holy shit, bro! That's one of the last songs, man.
It cracks me up,
On
man.
one of them. Oh my god, that's just so fun. There's so many
so
funny
funny,
one-liners.
And this whole
Your
album's
mama's
funny,
got
man.
a glass eye with a fish in it.
Yeah, with a
Your mama's
fish in
got
it.
a glass eye with a fish in it.
Suck
not one of the
dirt
last
out
ones.
of tube sock.
It's about medium. Bro, this is you know what this reminds me of, man? Your mama reminds me of like kicking it with your mates,
Yeah.
just fucking dissing each other.
Fuck yeah.
We used to be right into the mama jokes, like your mama's so bold I can see what's on her mind.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Fucking I used to have all these printouts
Yeah.
of just straight up mama shit. So if you're like me, man, and you loved fucking ripping on your mate's mama, you know, in a respectful way, and you know, you all did it back in the day. This song here, man, your mama,
Crack you up, man.
fucking crack you up, dude.
Yeah.
Crack you
And
up.
Fat Lips, I reckon, is wicked,
Oh,
man. His is
fucking,
so good, dude.
he's sick, dude.
But obviously, Passing Me By has got that crazy beat. man.
I gotta mention that just because of the nostalgia of it. That's probably like one of the first, or would have been the first, Far Side songs I ever heard. And I think the first time I ever heard it was on, do you remember Lyricist Lounge?
Yeah. Yep.
I reckon it was from there.
Okay.
That's the first time I ever heard it. I was like,
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, dude. And
What
again,
is it, man?
Fat Lip in that shit too.
Yes.
It's got one of the most probably memorable sort of lines
Yeah,
in there,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
been used in other tracks like crazy,
Yeah.
you know. I'm not gonna do it, just go listen to it.
Nah. Even on that, remember that Dre concert a few years back? And I remember sending it to you. It was like a Dre, Beats by Dre block party. And he had organised a concert. It's got
Oh
Redman.
dude, yes, I remember. Yes. It had all the sick dudes in it.
They did this song.
Yep.
And it was basically Fat Lip's bit they did.
Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't you do that bit, bro? And then bro, the beat in Pack the Pipe.
Oh my God. There we go. Now that is the one I was
There
thinking
we
of. That's
go.
the one, that's I think second to last.
Yes, yep.
That beat, who can you hear on that?
Dude, I was gonna say this to you, and I guarantee we got the same guy, man. 100% Nas, yeah. Is that what you got? I got Nas One Time for Your Mind.
Okay.
I got like that, the progression of the beat and that sort of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know who you got.
Redman.
Ah, nice. All right, sick.
I just can hear him on. I couldn't hear nothing
Sick.
but that. I got blind. I got distracted by Redman.
So now, after this, we'll put the track on, and I'll listen for Redman, and you listen for
Yes.
Nas after that, because I want to
Yes.
hear what you think about that Nas statement. You know, One Time for Your Mind, obviously.
Yeah, that's my favorite
It's
song
like-
on Illmatic.
Yeah, I reckon you could take that or the acapella and put it on that.
Right.
It'd be fucking like you'd just be like,
Because it's
dude, the fucking bass on that shit,
and
the
that's
bass
got-
line's crazy.
and that
dude.
has this. There's a one-liner on there, and I am gonna quote it, man. It fucking
do it.
cracks me up. I gotta repeat it every time I listen to the song. I gotta repeat it 1,000,000 times. It's right at the end of the song. I think it's Fat Lip. And it's like the song's sort of over, but the beat keeps going, and it's like a little freestyle bit. Cause like, come on, man, hit him with that rhyme, and he's got that bit, and his voice is a bit high pitched. Why does your mother smoke pipe with crack on the inside? And then you can just hear all the cunts laughing in the background. I rewound that about 1,000,000 fucking
Sick.
times in my life, man.
1 million.
But
They've also got a track on here, because they had a track on the same brand new Heavies album, the same one that Grand Poobah was on.
Oh, yeah.
They had the track Soulflower was on
Okay.
there, and then the remix is on here.
Okay. Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
I like
thought I'd mention that.
I like that other fish.
Yes, yep.
It's
That's
got-
the only one that's not produced by the bloody DJ J Swift.
The thing I like about it is so we'll get to it at the end, but one thing I will say, this album, man, is so over the place. It's such a variety, man, of different stuff.
Yeah.
There's different stuff on here, and this other fish, it's almost singing. It's like really melodic. It's
Melodic.
probably the most melodic song on the album, but it's also funny.
Yeah, I reckon this whole album's pretty funny.
It's
all
pretty
just-
funny,
I
man.
reckon it feels like just a fun album. Like,
Yeah.
bunch, dude, let's just have some fun, man. Put it
Just
on a
sitting
track.
on a basketball court,
Yeah.
talking shit about you. You talk some shit about
Yeah.
me. I'll talk some.
Yeah.
It's just snapping.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it, man.
you can literally take fucking fun and a good time, put it on a track. What would it
Yeah,
sound like?
yeah,
How does it sound like this shit,
Yeah,
man?
man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking, what'd you think of that? Because I'll go in order just real quick. You got that, oh shit, and that had the cool shout outs, funny shout outs.
Yeah.
Greg Nice walked in the
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
Then you got for better or for worse.
Yep.
And there's you taste so intelligent.
Yes.
I put my fist up your my pussy up with your fist. The way he said it, fucking, you can hear him all laughing. Love it. Officer, I thought that was I put up your pussy with my fist. Yeah, that's how I was cooking my tea. Fucking Officer, I reckon the beat's sick, man.
Yeah.
It's got
hell
like
yeah.
it's almost, I would say it's like the most sort of hardcore track on the album.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's a bit rough. It's
Yeah.
got the way they come anyway,
Yeah.
the delivery.
Seems like it was inspired by those LA Riot type of things that were going on.
Yes.
You notice a lot of these albums. Obviously, that's what was happening at the time these albums were being made. So
Yeah.
I guess a few dudes have that, but definitely the hardest sort of track.
Yeah, I reckon.
It has like a meaning to it too.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Heaps of the other ones, it's just funny shit.
Yeah,
This,
just
that. A lot of
snapping funny
verses don't
shit.
like, have to relate.
Nah.
Like you said, say funny shit. I'm coming at you. Come
Yeah.
at me. When this one's like, well, let's have a point.
Yeah.
We got a message to say. in
Yeah.
This one sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
Fuck yeah.
sick beat,
Which is cool, man.
boy.
Pass me by out of fish, pack the pipe. That's it. Yeah, man. Fucking. I didn't want to write the whole album down.
Yeah, me either.
But what do you?
We say that for every album. It's got to tell you something.
I think like this is a fucking weird acid trip of an album.
It's weird, but it's a hell chilled out album.
Yeah,
you know?
yep.
It's hell chilled out. It's relaxed, like.
Would you?
But, like you said, all over the shop though. And
yeah.
then even just some of like the sort of interlude things are like
Oh, bro.
fucking just
Because there is quite a few.
so
Because it's a
random seeming.
It's a 16 tracker, and I think there's at least 4 of them are interludes.
Yeah.
And skits.
and it's seeming random seeming.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe on acid it's fucking.
Oh my god,
Dude,
yes,
this makes
yes.
back in next day,
Let's go.
guys.
Do you think like and there's so much because it's weird and all over the place that just there's a lot of variety on this album. It's not like how we were saying with the other ones, the playthrough where there's a concept.
Yes.
This is like tracks.
Yeah.
This is how we were saying exactly how an album isn't made.
Yeah.
This seems more to be made in that way. We
Yep.
said they generally aren't made.
It seems like the only concept they would have had is let's just have fun.
Yes.
You know? Like,
Yep.
who cares if there's a fucking through
Yeah.
line or anything?
Yeah.
There's,
The beats don't even go together. Some of like fucking the rhymes,
it's
all
just-
of it.
Yeah. I reckon everyone wrote their shit separately.
Like this song's got nothing to do with that
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
That
there's
one's
no
got
through
nothing.
line, yeah.
There's nothing, man. It's fucking just came in. What's some funny shit you
yeah,
got, man?
What lines you got, man?
And I've
Spit
got a
'em.
track officer for the shit that's going on
Yeah,
now. We'll
yeah.
go hard
We'll
on
do
that
that
one.
one.
We'll
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that one.
Good idea, man.
And then
We also got to do your mama. Yes, let's do that one first.
got a glass eye with a fish in it. Do you reckon it could get put in like because there's some things I was reading. I was like, okay, maybe yeah, I could sort of. I don't know. I'm not a fucking professional. Could it go in the alternative?
That's what I've heard. That's what I've
But
heard
what-
people say.
but what-
But,
What do you?
I don't know what that means per se. Depends what you're defining thing as.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because every genre sort of has alternative of that genre.
yeah.
So like, because it's not purist. I don't know. It's like
It's not the boom bap type hip hop.
It's not
at all.
boom. It's I don't know what you can call
Or
it.
you could just call it like
acid funk,
That's what I was gonna say. Acid hip hop. Acid hop.
acid hop.
Acid hop. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah,
And that's what it is from
that's
now
what
on.
it is, dude.
It's what it is, man. Is what it is.
It's because it is. It's really different.
It is really different. And
What
it's
is it-
hard to go from one of the other albums to this album. You'll be like, this is weird.
Yeah.
You have to sort of come at this album fresh, clear-minded,
Yeah.
without the other albums in your mind of like
Yeah.
listening to like the crazy loud wideness of like the
Chronic
Chronic
and
or
shit.
like just the funkiness of the CL Smooth Mecca and the Soul Brother. Come at this fresh-minded, just thinking about this album, not comparing it to other albums. Do this experience for what it is.
Yeah. Just I want to quiz you. What
We'll cut this out.
if you can compare it to anyone else or any other group or any other sound or any other style or any other MCs? Can you see any similarity with anyone?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I think,
What do you hear?
and we'll see what you reckon. Because there was a beat or two where I was like, ooh, I could definitely hear Souls of Mischief on this shit. man,"
Bam!
you know,
bam,
like,
bam, bam.
that what
Pop,
you had
pop,
too?
pop. 100%. Them and Hyro, which is the same thing.
yeah, many of the same dudes.
But
But just because Souls of Mischief is around this sort of time too. But I can 100%
Definitely
picture all
there,
those
isn't it?
dudes, man.
All
Yeah,
of them,
yep,
man.
Yeah, all of them.
I can hear all of them on them beats, on them. I can hear them featuring on
Yeah.
there.
And their album comes out in 93, the 93 to
So
Infinity.
I would have to say they took some inspiration.
I
man.
definitely have to say
They
that
were
too.
definitely fast.
Especially
fans.
tracks like 93 to Infinity, that sort of sound.
And
The
you know who-
keys and that.
You know who else I've heard took a lot of inspiration from them? I think mainly the funny stuff. Redman.
Oh, yeah.
But I've seen him in heaps of interviews say he loved Far Side, man.
Sick.
He was a huge Far Side fan.
Yeah, sick.
And you can hear it.
And this is something I'll mention. This is just for all the new cats who like all the new shit. Maybe this will get you onto the album. Kanye West said that this is his favorite album of all time.
Okay.
Not favorite hip-hop album. His just favorite album of all time.
Okay.
And you motherfuckers love Kanye West.
Yeah, man.
And that's his favorite. So go check it out if you like that
and
motherfucker.
just like, I want to say, man, I'm fucking say some shit, man. Really
I'll
some
say.
shit.
Hey, dude.
But
say
look,
it.
man, I'm not hating on any of your stuff, right? I'm not hating. It's just not for me. But the one thing I have done is I've listened to it to make my own mind up. So, like, the least you can do, because all you're doing is a disservice to yourself, man, by
Yeah.
sleeping on things and listening to other people's opinions and not actually ever going and listen back. You can listen to people's opinions and get some inspiration and a bit of advice, but go back and listen to it yourself,
Yeah.
man, and see if yourself likes it.
What do you think?
Don't
Everyone else
who
could be
cares?
lying.
Who gives
man.
a fuck about?
Everything else could be a lie. What do you think when you listen to it? How does it sound? in
Like,
your
how many
fucking
times
shit?
you bit into something that someone loves and you're like, what the fuck? How the fuck does this cunt like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
flavor? What is this flavor,
How
man?
many times you watched a movie someone said was great and you're like, this is a piece of shit.
Or how many times you heard something's a piece of shit and you go back,
You
it
know, this
works.
is fucking great.
This is the best thing I've ever fucking
Yeah.
seen. I love this.
Okay, my mate's a dickhead.
My mate is a dickhead. Or
Figured it out.
we just have way different tastes, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We both could be dickheads.
Hey, maybe he just has the
we could-
taste of a dickhead.
We both could be dickheads with different tastes.
Yeah, we're both dickheads. His is just really big.
It's just really big.
His is fucking like huge, man.
I got like a micro dick on my head.
It's basically a clip. Okay. You can call it like whatever. Look, we're getting into it then. Sick, Dad.
So I think it was fucking it was me last week.
Don't do this to
It was
me,
me
man.
last week, brother.
This is so hard.
I'm sorry,
It's
bro.
gonna be so hard.
I
dude.
just got the call, man. I just got the call, bro. They're buzzing you off, man.
I know it's between two albums.
They're buzzing you off in 30 seconds, brother. You can only take one. There's not much megabits left, man. Special mission. You'll be back. Come back.
We ain't got enough fuel for that shit.
That's just one way, dog. We don't even know if we got enough fuel to get there,
We don't even know where we sending it.
So you got 30 seconds, motherfucker, and I'm press hitting that launch button, dog.
Man, I know it's between two albums. I either have to take The Chronic or Mecca and the Soul Brother. And I don't know, man. I've been thinking about it over the weekend. Because, I was like, 30 seconds, that's not enough time. How do I decide, man? I love Mecca and the Soul Brother so much, but the sound of The Chronic is so classic. I feel like if I met some aliens, that's what they'd need to hear, man. They'd be like, this is the sound of Earth.
You got 10 seconds, dog.
Oh, I'll hit The Chronic, man. I'll hit it. Sorry, Pete. Yo. Beam me something. We got Bluetooth.
Yeah, we'll send you something in 10 years, dog.
Yeah. Takes ages to get there, man. Fuck.
Sick, man.
Just for the classic sound of it, I think. You know, it's an album that 20 years from now, I'll still put on.
I didn't even hear. What'd you take?
The Chronic.
Fucking racket's too loud, man.
Shit, me turn things
Fucking
down. man.
racket blew my fucking eardrum out, dog.
Even 20 years from now, I'm going to be like, this is fucking insane album. Every time you put it on, it's an experience, dude.
Yep.
It's an experience.
100%, man.
That's what I'm taking.
100%. What are you taking? Leave your fucking thing in the comments,
Yeah.
man. Tell us what you would have swapped. What's your 5 for 92, man?
Yeah. And if you've already, because I'd say Chronic's probably a pretty reasonably well-heard album. If you already heard that, I'd say go check out that Pete Rock and CL Smooth one as the first one to check out of that list, because that'll pop your head.
Yeah, do everything and do the Chronic last, and we're gonna post some songs that never made it on the Chronic.
Yes, dude. And that's happening.
we're gonna post some songs for yo ass.
For yo ass.
That never made it, and tell us why they didn't make it, and would have you fucking put them on there?
Yeah. And let us know for the future, guys, if there's any sort of certain things you want us to sort of like dig into, any shit you want to know, any artists you want to be covered, man. We'll read all your comments and shit. Take into consideration.
We will completely ignore it.
Yeah, 'cause we do what the fuck we want, motherfuckers. Like and subscribe.
Peace out,
Peace out,
motherfucker.
motherfuckers.
See you next week, 93, dog.
Take it easy, fellas.
Boom.
Bang, bang.
Yeah. For the 90 now.
90 now.
All heads realize.
Wrekonize.
Real heads on the rise.
Wrekonize, my brother.
Boot camp coming through. 1, 2,
click,
3.
and the night.
3, 2, 1. Represent my son. Show him how it's done.
So, that's all for now, but we'll be back.